dark side. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
Chillin With Villains Podcast.
Yes, we are.
It's felt like a minute, yo.
I know.
It hasn't though. I think it's only been a week.
Yeah.
Spoiled y'all with the Tuesday show.
Yeah, sorry guys. Started a new job. Have to get up a little earlier. Had to get my feet under me.
Shake my head. Priorities, bro. Priorities.
And with this guy getting home from work at 9:30, we can't shoot till 9:30.
I get home at 8:40. Get it right.
Yeah, he's like, yo, when you clocking in? When you clocking in?
Yo, when you clocking in? When you clocking out? When you clocking out?
Welcome, everyone. It is the Brown Steve Jobs, Mr. Steve Austin, a.k.a. your host, Norrin Rad, a.k.a. Ozzy Mandy is here, joined on HD Clear Streams by the Ghostoser from the Lost Borough, a.k.a. Clown Prince, and all the way from...
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's been a minute. It has been a minute.
Where he from? Where he from?
He is all the way from West Orange, New Jersey.
Okay, I'm feeling that.
All the way from West Orange. Where is it?
Some of the oranges are bad.
Well, you're from the West one today.
I don't know which ones are bad, though. Hopefully that's not the bad one.
The CEO of stats for the Boston Celtics, who is currently engaged in a game right now.
Yes, against Utah.
Watching from the skybox. He's actually recording this on the phone.
I'm actually watching it right now.
He's currently in TD Bank. He's
you see that dedication?
Skybox. Yeah, the dedication.
Yo,
and
he called in. He's like, yo, I'm gonna still do the podcast, but y'all hear me say fuck a couple times.
Yeah.
My team either got. Oh, yo, y'all getting dookied on.
All right, it's not that bad.
Well, yeah, is the I lost my train of thought. But is the senior DC correspondent Zoom.
Senior D respondent.
Pause that.
Hey yo. Fast forward.
And you are chilling with villains.
Yes, you are.
Episode 49. What's good, yo?
Yes. How's your week been?
Slow. No, actually went by pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you started a new job, man.
Yeah.
So congrats to you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this podcast. To be honest, I'm ready to talk about Flash because I really hope it can actually come out. No, it's gonna come out, guys. I'm just kidding. It starts shooting when? In
September.
Yes.
What? Really?
My birthday month.
Yeah.
Virgo season.
So you know what that means? So they're gonna begin filming in September and wrapping up January, February. I feel like that's a short time, don't y'all think?
No, that's if it's a CGI fest, then yeah, that's those 3
it's gotta
4
be
months.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Those 3-4 months are fine to do all those shots because I'm assuming they're gonna wrap up CGI stuff by January because they could probably shoot outside stuff between after January or some reshoots.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Hot Atlanta with the Migos. That's what they're gonna be shooting.
Imagine you see Ezra and the fucking Migos just chilling at the club after one of this.
I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I heard he's a mad cool dude.
Mama.
But nah, so yeah, I put a what's it called? A post today for fan cast of Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne, because you know, casting news is gonna come soon. And
so you already got your draft pick?
Yeah, I got my draft picks ready. Can I tell you my 3 that I posted here?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
All right. So it was Anthony Starr, aka Tony Starr, aka Homelander. Yep.
Right.
Just seeing his sadistic Boy Scout in The Boys was just phenomenal, and he already
Right.
proved to me in one season and however many episodes it was, 8 to 10, that he's a phenomenal actor. It's the only thing I've seen him in. I wouldn't mind. My second pick was Tom Cavanaugh, who is the Reverse Flash in the actual TV series from time to time. Especially, I mean, anytime he's on screen for the Flash, like I believe the ratings just go up because his Reverse Flash is just so diabolical. He does such a fantastic job, and the fact that Ezra's Flash did cross over with the CW,
Could make it possible.
it
yeah.
could exactly, and like just to see his sole purpose in life is to torment Barry Allen. So imagine
That's
this
mad
one
work.
where like get mad energy. But
He's
yeah,
like
so
he's like an internet troll, like brought to life.
right, that's exactly what he is. But I wouldn't mind it. He's a phenomenal actor as well. And then of course my son Dexter, Michael C. Hall. He's pretty much everyone's fan cast.
Yeah.
I got a couple of Matthew McConaughey's here and there, but
Ugh.
I'm not really digging that no more. I'm off the McConaughey wave. But those are the three picks.
He's a great actor, but just not. I can't picture him saying, "All right, Barry."
That will never be a line.
No, of course not. But no, but I mean, I don't know how his accent would be. I feel like every role I've seen him in, it's like,
imagine that. It's just him with like a southern accent, like
Nah.
a southern accent. Just like you fucked up the Speed Force, Barry. I don't think I could take it serious.
I couldn't.
Right.
Yo, what the?
No. I mean, he's a
Imagine
great
that
actor,
shit.
but I don't think this is the role for him. I think Michael C. Hall is probably the best choice. I wouldn't like as much as I love Kavanaugh. I would like to see someone else's take on it.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
But
Ariel,
Kavanaugh is great.
Ariel, if you had a draft pick, who would it be?
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
See you later. Of
He's
course,
like,
I'm not
Just
surprised.
because Mark said so. Just because
I'm
he
not
says it.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
I remember him briefly mentioning that. And then, that's mad funny though.
Yeah.
That's mad because we were shitting on him. Ariel's like, wait, hold on. Like, why? Hold on. Give me a reason why y'all shitting on him first. And he was like, damn, that was my pick.
No. That honestly wasn't even my pick. I didn't
Nah,
really have
dude.
a pick.
I wouldn't mind it. Like, if it does happen, which I doubt, I think they probably want to go, not even for a younger version, just not Matthew McConaughey for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like he wouldn't be the pick. But if he is, I wouldn't mind it. He's a great actor.
That's so funny. I'm like googling like what his Photoshop would look like as Reverse Flash.
Yeah, I think Boss Logic did one. Like not too. I mean, it was a minute ago, but because the Flash movie got announced like 25 years ago.
Facts.
But not yet. So that's I want to see who they start casting. I want to see little things like, let's say, I don't know if they'll keep this a secret, just to surprise us, but like, let's say Jeffrey Dean Morgan, right, as Thomas Wayne. Like maybe they'll keep that under wraps, as best they can. Little
Right.
things like that. But I am interested in seeing who they start casting here and there. What other, might not just be Reverse Flash. There could be other villains in there. Start looking at the credits, see if Gal is involved, Jason's involved, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. I was actually watching that animated movie the other night, Flashpoint Paradox, and I'm like,
Oh, God.
wow,
Goat.
goated. Such a good film.
It's really good.
Oh my god. And I'm like, yo, if I see it, like just little glimpses of this in live action, I will be fucking super hyped. Speaking of which, did y'all see the trailer for that? Ariel probably hasn't, but for the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
That looks dope.
Yeah,
I cannot wait for that.
that looks so fire.
It really gets you thinking. I think you told me that's probably what something like what Snyder was probably going for.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one that mentioned that. Like, there was
Sure.
a couple people online that obviously had the same. They're like, oh, so since we're not going to use it on the big screen, can we use it for the animated film? And Warner Bros. Like, yeah, I guess since we're not using it. But yeah, because Snyder's thing was a 3-story arc, And the second movie, they were gonna take the fight to Apocalypse and get their ass whooped.
Whoopied.
Yeah. So it's like, to me, see, we'll at least get something. I'm just glad we're seeing it in some way or shape or form, and the fact that like we have Constantine and Zatanna in it too, and the Teen Titans, like that's gonna be dope. Although it's not live action the way we all wanted, at least seeing it somewhere is nice to see. And Darkseid in any iteration is just a fucking beast, just
Yeah.
an animal. Speaking of which, sticking with Zach and his vision, he announced the poster winner on his Vero account.
Is it you?
Did you guys see the poster?
No.
No, you didn't see it?
Nah, I didn't.
I saw it.
Yeah. I saw it.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to look up homeboy's name. I won't even know how to pronounce it. But let's see. Either way, did y'all see the gift that he gave him? I sent it to y'all, right?
No,
It
I
was
didn't
like
see that.
you didn't what?
I didn't see it.
Bro, I sent it in the chat and you liked it. What you mean you didn't see it?
Maybe I saw. I don't know. What was it?
Yo,
I forgot.
yo, this dude is grimy. It was the like the clipboard. Like when you say I don't, Ariel probably knows the technical film term. What is it called, Ariel?
Well, the
Storyboard?
Huh?
The
Excuse
take
me?
slate?
Yes, a take slate. And it says scene, something cool with Batman, Superman, Lois, or Martian
Oh
Manhunter.
yeah.
He spelled Lois wrong, but I didn't know this. Zack Snyder is dyslexic.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You're so ignorant.
I am a
So
racist
insensitive.
piece of shit.
So you know what? I'm out of here.
And then it says take however many it takes to get it awesome. Date TBD, to be determined. Yo, whoa.
That wasn't me.
What the fuck was that?
Nah, go ahead. Keep going.
Nah, get that shit out of here. And then on the back of it, Zack Snyder wrote, verbatim, please extend to the bearer of this slate the right to pass all security protocols and the permission to operate this motion picture screen and sync marker on the set of any additional photography for the motion picture known as Zack Snyder's Justice League. In the unlikely and purely speculative event that such photography is needed. Signed, Zack Snyder. So it's just a matter of time. I know I've been saying that. I know we've been real repetitive of it, but to have him sign that, yeah, me, right, of all people.
No, maybe.
But like, what? Why else would he do that? And I think the part where he's like, in the unlikely and purely speculative event that such photography is needed, is just him kind of giving like a wink, like that shit's happening. Like they're giving me extra time to shoot other shit that's needed. That's just what I think. And I don't know when they're gonna announce it. Maybe when he's finished doing this shit, I hope. And then they're like, okay, Zach, is it done? Okay, bet. We're gonna announce it. I mean, we got the anniversary of Batman vs Superman coming up at the end of this month. So maybe they'll announce it then. I don't know, man. I'm just starting to get really, really frustrated that this shit hasn't been announced yet. I don't know if you guys could tell.
It's just like it's frustrating, but like you also have to realize that no studio has ever done this before, so they're probably figuring it out as they go, and there are probably a lot of like crazy things, like that we don't even think about.
Right.
So,
but it's like something cool with Superman, Batman, Lois, or Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. So if he's saying this, right, and I know we've talked about how Ben has been going on interviews, like he's not doing this, he's not playing Batman anymore, but I do think, especially with him being so supportive of the cut, he'll go back and be like, hey, Zach, I'll 100% do whatever scene you want me to do, like for this one cut, this one take that we're doing. And then I'm 100% done, of course, and obviously because we got Robert Pattinson, which we will discuss briefly. So it's like I think the cast is so loyal to Zach to that extent that Ben
That they
Affleck
would do that.
would go and be like, hey, Zach, for you. He even said it though. He said it. He's like, Zach, whatever you need from me. And then that's when Zach told him, put the hashtag
At
on
least he said
Twitter.
it correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for Ben Affleck, a dude that stepped down from the role because he just hated what Warner Brother did and that whole time period of his life, to do that just shows you what kind of a bond that they have. And
True.
yeah, congratulations to the poster winner. So that is one lucky son of a bitch who is going to, like, this dude is just set at least for the next 2-3 years. I don't know why I gave 2-3 years. He probably set for life. But yeah, man. So Zach's birthday was the other day. So shout out my guy Zach. Happy birthday to you. Speaking of DC directors, my son Matt Reeves just keeps hitting us with fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
He dropped the pictures of the Batmobile.
Fire.
That shit, yo, like I'm just gonna go out and say this. No matter what comes out nowadays, I don't care what it is. It could be the most fire thing majority of people see. There's always gonna be people hating.
Yep.
It's just inevitable nowadays. It's just like there's not going to be like a 95% that or like a 99% that love it. It's always going to be trolls or people that love previous iterations. It's never going to be a common ground. It's like everyone fucking loves.
No, of
this.
course. That's
Yeah.
the
And
that's
then
the
also,
landscape
people
now.
just have their opinions. People might not just actually might genuinely just be like, nah, that's not for me.
Right. There's a difference though between that and people like shitting on it.
Right. Yeah,
And
of
it's
course.
just like, okay, it doesn't look that bad, buddy. Relax. To me, do I like it more than Ben? Like, to me, the suit and the Batmobile still are not up to par with me in terms of Ben Affleck's suit and car. But again, this is his second year as Batman. Literally, he probably just took one of the cars in his garage,
And just souped it up.
and just souped it the fuck up. It was like, okay, I'm driving this bitch around.
That shit is fire because it's practical. Like
Yo, and not even
fun.
that, dude. People like criticize, like, oh, has Matt Reeves ever picked up a comic? Well, have you ever fucking picked up a comic? That shit, Batman has driven muscle cars in the comics and made it the Batmobile. But like, dude, just right? Nah. Yo, we did get a better look at his suit. I am digging it. I really am. That shit looks like it. You know what it looks like? It just looks like he made it himself, and that's what I can appreciate about it.
Yeah, apparently it's just a prototype.
Right?
It's just a prototype. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude, and that's what and if this is supposedly going to be a trilogy, which it is, and it's going to make money regardless. People are going to want to watch it. Wow, English is hard. What's it called? I think he's going to get like Ari, you said it too, and now I'm going to believe it a little more. Like, he's going to get tossed around and fucked up. And then Andy Serkis's Alfred is gonna have to go up to him and be like, "Hey, Bruce, I think you need to update your fucking your suit."
Yeah, same like because we've again every Batman film I feel like we have seen some sort of upgrade to a suit or something. Like even in as small of a moment we really got with the mech suit in BVS, it was still a moment. Like it was still like, oh, like he put this together again, showing the genius of Bruce and all that. Like he put this kind of suit together for this kind of reason. So like we're gonna keep getting that kind of practicality out of him. So that's really interesting, and it's good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah, and Alfred, sorry, Jim Gordon himself, Jeffrey Wright, he tweeted when Matt Reeves tweeted the photos. He tweeted back at him and was like, oh, wait till y'all hear it. I'm like, oh my God. Like that, I can't wait for these scenes. I just cannot wait for like
I can't wait for the whole fucking movie.
But I just can't wait for the car to, like, how the car in Suicide Squad, one of the only few good scenes where Joker's in the purple Lamborghini, and then you just see the camera work on that was phenomenal though. And then you just see the Batmobile like turn the corner, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Even like that Will Smith interview where he's like, "When I saw the Batmobile come around the corner, and I got like, oh, that's exactly how I'm gonna feel. Like I want a scene like that, like some goons like in a car chase, and out of nowhere you just hear that fucking roar of that American muscle car, and he just fucking pops out of nowhere. And I'm just gonna be like, "Oh fuck yeah!" This is my
Reverse
shit.
Flash is like, all right, all right.
All right. Yeah, right? Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh shit, Barry, timeline. You fucking up the timeline. Yeah, the back of it looks fucking sick. If you
Yeah, it
take
looks
a close
great.
look,
Really
I
good.
love
Yeah.
you could tell just from the pictures that Matt Reeves is posting, like how we're gonna get the
I think they're having fun with it.
100%.
too.
100%.
But obviously, it's like serious and shit. But like, I think like they're like enjoying it, and like they know that they're making a great fucking movie.
Yeah. Zoe Kravitz was on this podcast the other day. Excuse me, I don't remember which podcast it was. Hopefully one day she'll be on ours. Just pointing that out there.
She's
But
de lo mío personal too.
yeah, facts. So, but she was just like, she was praising Robert Pattinson's acting. So I'm just like lit. And B, yeah, Mark, basically what you were saying, like they're just having a great time. Like they are thoroughly enjoying shooting this. You could tell they're all behind Matt Reeves and his movie, his script, his goal right now. So, and I can't wait for like the first big teaser. Like it don't even got to be nothing crazy, just him doing some cool shit.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard for Batman to do some cool shit. Literally just him hopping out the whip is cool. It's like, all right, bet. I'm out here. What's up? I wonder how his voice is gonna be. That's one thing I'm ready to like.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna use some sort of modulation, like
Yeah,
similar
like
to what we've seen.
Ben
Because
Affleck.
because the hyper realism of Christopher Nolan is out the window. Now we have actual like I guess
Technology.
Yeah, we have technology. Like I don't think Rob Pat is gonna walk around going. Like I don't
Right.
think he's gonna do all that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some sort of voice modulation. I hope.
Yo, but I was watching Batman Begins the other day, and in Batman Begins his voice wasn't bad. He didn't exaggerate. Like the scene where he gets Falcone and he was like, "I'm Batman." Like that shit was dope. I was like, fire. But then in Dark Knight, I don't know what
Getting
happened.
a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I think when they were shooting, when they were recording, he had like a sore throat or something because something was off. But nah. Speaking of Christian Bale, Tessa Thompson, aka Valkyrie, 100% confirmed that he is playing the main villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. Mark Sai.
Yeah.
Again,
Lit.
I ain't
Lit.
look
Another
great-
Oscar winner playing for the MCU team. Lit. That's what I see.
Yeah, we're another Oscar winner gonna be fucking.
That's my look. I'm gonna play both sides here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I am a huge Christian Bale fan. Tremendous actor. But with being a tremendous actor also comes limits. Because if Taika Waititi's story, if his story, which I already like, y'all already know how I feel about Mr. Waititi. If he makes this villain less than what he should be, I am going to be upset. And I'm going to be like, why did you put this dude, this great phenomenal actor in this role just to downplay him? So I'm playing both sides here, but nonetheless, that is lit. You know, Christian Bale. But again, like we mentioned in a previous podcast, for Christian Bale to sign up on this must mean he must really like the idea.
Yeah.
You know? So
Or Marvel just threw as much money as they could.
yeah, right, 100%.
Let's be honest. Disney's fucking getting so much money right now. They don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah, I can see that definitely. But let's see, man. I'm excited, I guess, for whatever they got cooking up. But sticking with the MCU, there hasn't been. I'm just waiting. Like I feel like they haven't really dropped much. Besides Mark Ruffalo saying he's been in talks to be in the new She-Hulk joint,
Yeah.
which is gonna start shooting soon. So we should be getting casting news on that
Lit.
very soon. I'm surprised we haven't yet. Like the main character. Like I thought that would have been announced sometime, but I guess not. It's all good. I'm sure they got it down packed
Yeah,
what
of
they're
course.
gonna do.
Especially if it's in pre-production like that, they already have who they want and all that.
Yeah, right. They just haven't
Yeah, exactly.
legally signed anything and shit like that.
Probably.
Right. But they that's the only thing really Marvel wise. The next one coming out is New Mutants. We don't even got to get into that. We'll get into that when we break it down.
Wait, for what? What
Um,
date is that scheduled for exactly?
You're gonna make me type this up, and I really didn't want to have
Because
to do this.
again, I'm just saying, like, because maybe we
Nah,
do
we
have
gonna
people
record.
who are like looking forward to it. I
shit.
guess.
Oh, I thought tickets were out already. I was about like, what? April 3rd.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, so
next
yeah,
month.
less than a
Oh,
month. Less than a
alright.
month.
Finally.
Well, I know, right? Imagine like they're like, oh, we gotta postpone it for unfortunate reasons due to the coronavirus.
Oh my god.
It's like, yo, they did that with the James Bond joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pushed it back 7 months. That is
Wait,
beast.
what?
Yeah, No Time to
Mhm.
Die.
It's getting pushed back till like September, June? I mean, it's till September or October?
So like fall.
Yeah,
Wow. I was
No,
like
well,
really
no,
looking
it's-
forward to that.
yeah, November. Yeah, November.
Oh my god. That's when Bond movies should come out, but
Thanksgiving.
Right,
yeah. I liked when the Daniel Craig joints. Like I think the first one dropped in November around there, but whatever. I'm still really excited for that. But damn,
Yeah,
that's
that shit
crazy.
got- yeah, this shit is spreading like fucking wildfire, bro. Oh, another thing. I know it's not fucking crazy news, but for Eternals, I'm gonna butcher this motherfucker's name. What's his name? Fucking Kumail.
Oh,
Nan-
Kumail what's
Yes,
that? Yeah,
him.
okay, the comedian. Yes, yeah, I know who you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah, he's funny dude, real funny dude. He is playing. He said that his character is like a Bollywood actor when he's not like a detective, like undercover detective. But apparently that's like comic accurate, so I'm not really gonna judge it. Yeah, right. So I was like so quick to judge. I was like, what the fuck? And then I read it was comic accurate. I was like, oh, I bet.
Come on, man.
It goes back to our previous podcast where we're like, yo, is reading comics like fucking up with people's minds when it comes to the
Again, but
movies?
somebody again. See, I wasn't cursed with knowledge about that. Now I am. So now when I go see it, I'm gonna be like, fine, sure.
Right.
I mean, even if I didn't know that, I would be like, whatever, dude. Because like, if you can be a doctor with a PhD and become a psychopath, you could be a Bollywood actor and become a detective, I guess. So whatever.
You're like, yeah, I guess.
it's fine. No problem.
What sticking with the Disney news, did y'all see? So there's a Rise of Skywalker novel,
No.
Oh god, here we go.
and it's like revealing mad shit that Palpatine wasn't the actual Palpatine, it was just a clone, and that Rey's father was actually a failed Palpatine clone, so Palpatine wasn't actually just busting nuts all over the place apparently. I'm like,
Most-
like,
Does that make him technically still his son because he is still his creation?
who fucking cares? Like,
Yeah, I know. I like I said. I think we all said this, or at least me and you did. I think it's just time to just leave it alone. It's
Yeah.
time to just leave that whole like Skywalker, all that shit. Leave that shit alone.
yeah,
Start brand new with a new story, and yeah, obviously that new story is obviously going to have callbacks to the original people,
Yeah.
Right.
which is fine. But like, you can't just make the whole fucking everything is about them. Everything, every little thing, and then you keep messing with lineages, and like, it's so important who the fucking parents are. It's like, no, it's not.
right,
Like, we get like, you gave us enough in Rise of Skywalker. I loved it because it was like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, Anakin's also somehow related to her, and like it's like, nope, it's just this fucking clone. That's it. That's all I need to know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's it.
right. It's dude, it's wild. I'm just like, to me, it's like this. they're mixing movies, they're mixing video games, they're mixing novels. It's like stop. People are gonna start getting confused. People are gonna start, or like the real hardcore Star Wars fans are just gonna start getting pissed that you're
Oh
changing things
no.
up. Oh, like right, like we haven't seen that shit
Oh
before.
no. God
Um,
forbid.
God forbid, right?
Bruh, I'm like,
But to me, dude, it's just like right, exactly what Mark said. Leave it alone. The movie's out. The movie made a shit ton of money. It made over $1 billion. You're good. You're good.
exactly. They're gonna be fine.
So
Like this is not.
you know what, man? Let's just all take a lesson from Stephen A. Smith and take a break. All right, bet. What's up, guys? We're back. Unfortunately, Zoom, aka Mark, had to dip.
Because it got really crazy in TD Bank.
Nah, I think what it was yeah, no, actually, yeah, you're right. I think they got their ass. Oh, they did not get their ass whooped. They did lose though.
Oh, they came back. They probably made
Yeah,
a run.
they made a run, but still took the L. Uh, but nah, yeah. So for our final little discussion here that we want to address, because I don't know if it was the last podcast or the one before that, or both. We discussed that DC with their whole like in the comic book side of things with their whole 5G initiative, AT&T was like, yo, if this shit don't work out, we shutting it down, like fuck the publishing.
Yeah.
And that Marvel was rumored to take over, and we were just speculating like how fucking wild would that be. Like it just like that's the monopoly of like comic books if DC and Marvel just merged for like ever.
Yeah.
That's just one whole
It would
big
be
like
crazy, man.
all our favorite characters all in one universe forever. But my man, the chief creator officer and sole publisher, Jim the Man Lee, was like, nah. So there was like an event this weekend or last weekend, apologies. It was a C2E2 2020. I don't know what the fuck that is, but cool. Um, so he was just saying like we're born wow, English. We've been with Warner Brothers for decades, and this is verbatim. The actual strategy for DC is to put publishing at center of what we do. It's the engine of all the movies, TV, cartoons we do. And so it's my intent going forward as the publisher, man said, I'm goaded to lean into the collective years of my team. And then he also said to address some of the stuff that is out there, there's rumors, speculation. I wouldn't put any credence into it. DC has been around for 85 years and will be around for another 85 years. I hope to be doing this panel in 85 years.
Oh, so you're hearing this first. Jim Lee will find a way
To live
for the next
another-
85 years.
At least for another 85 years. Yeah.
And he will figure out a way to repeat everything that's gonna happen in 85 years again. Apparently.
Right.
He's a time traveler.
But I mean that's good news, at least to hear.
Well,
if you're
of course. It's kind of like
Yeah.
duh, like of course, man. That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
like I know people like for me personally, I wasn't really sold on that idea that it was gonna happen. It was nice to speculate
Mm-hmm.
just because, what if?
Yeah.
It's always that what if factor. Like that would be very interesting to see. But in deep down my heart's like, you know what? It's a good thing they're not.
Yeah. Like
And-
it's fine. It's gonna be
Yeah.
everything's gonna be fine, guys.
Right. Like DC it's its own thing, Marvel's its own thing. And I want people to start appreciating both for what they are.
Yeah.
We have good stories on both sides. Just because you love more than the other one, don't gotta hate on everything the other one does. Because there truly are fans that are like that.
Yeah.
And it's really more, are you really being a fan or you're just being toxic, to be honest?
It's gonna be a normal thing. Like this is the new
Yeah.
norm
100%.
with when it comes to this kind of stuff in the industry. So it's gonna happen regardless.
Mm-hmm. And so he also mentioned that same panel, someone had asked him about the Snyder cut because of course, duh. It's probably right now, I think close with the Batman as the number one trending item in terms of comics.
Yeah.
I would say so, especially since Marvel's been quiet with their news. You know, they're going this year, at least for me. I think Marvel's really going to a transitioning process because they just had their main event, so now they have to just settle down and
And
build
there's
for
a
their other
lot
main
going
event.
on behind the scenes too, like especially with Bob Iger stepping down and all that. Like,
Oh my God, we didn't talk about that.
no,
Wow,
yeah, it's a big, it's
you
a,
bring this up now?
all right. The reason I didn't bring it up earlier is because it's just like we don't know enough to even
No, that's
speculate
100%.
anything.
But all right, so I'll finish up what I wanted to say about Jim Lee and the Snyder
Yeah.
Cut, and then we got to talk about this motherfucker Iger.
This motherfucker.
Okay, so again, Jim Lee said it's a really tough question to answer, but I will say the only thing I'll say about this is that I think that sometimes there's a movement to sort of segregate the audience and dismiss a group and say they're not the fans, right? They're the
Yeah.
people that like this or they only like that. I think that's something we need to resist. Honestly, we need every comic book fan that's out there, whether you want the Snyder Cut or not, you're a DC fan and I want you to be a DC fan. And what he means by that, I think goes back to what everyone is saying. You know, a studio interfered with a director's take on these comic book characters.
Yeah.
And so if we really are fans of these characters, we all should want to see this. Because I'm pretty sure Jim Lee knows everything that went on behind the scenes.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he
So
has some
that's what,
insight.
but he, you know, obviously him being loyal to the company, you know, he kind of gives a vague answer and wants everyone to just be really supportive.
Yeah.
But deep down, I think he's also saying like, you know, him and Zach are close. So deep down, I think he means as well, like, you know, Zach had this vision. WB fucked it up. I think all of us as fans need to stand by him and stand by Warner Brothers so we can get this out and people could watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And like I mentioned before, the Batman, now the Flash, like these are all things that DC it is at the forefront. And it's something that the fans want to see because we want to see how it plays out in the overall universe, this
Mhm.
expansive universe that they have. But yeah, speaking of expansive universes, the MCU, Disney's Bob Iger dipped. Wow, that was so fucking random.
It was random. It was out of nowhere. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know what to speculate. I don't know anything. All I
That's
know is
why
that
I
everything
wanted
is
to
going to be okay.
no, 100%.
Yeah.
Because he left his mark. He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is rich forever. Fucking
It's also not like he like some like crazy shit happened with Marvel or in Disney like that. At least that we know about, that he just has to leave. Like maybe it was just like, yo, I'm done here. Maybe,
Right?
yeah. I don't know.
But do you think there's more to it? Like, do you think shit's gonna start pouring out? Because that's a lot of speculation.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people that I mean, it happens that people are gonna speculate. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. It could just be like, hey, I did what I had to do. I'm done.
Exactly. Like there's nothing really.
And
I don't know enough about him, and like there's nothing to connect him to the MCU in terms of success because this is all Kevin. It wasn't Bob.
I mean, I think okay, no, yeah, absolutely. But I think in terms of him making that Fox deal go through, I think he was waiting for that to go through.
Well, yeah,
And then once he
maybe
saw everything was gonna run smoothly, he's like, all right, let me leave while I'm on top.
exactly. Like it could
And
have.
getting Spider-Man back from Sony.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
deal
who
that they
knows?
had.
Who knows how that deal really worked out either? Again, these are things that we're never gonna really find out unless
Right.
somebody drops a bomb, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't see anything bad coming out of this unless something really bad did happen. Then that's
Right.
that's on his
And-
conscience. That's on him. That has nothing to do with
Yeah.
Marvel or Disney. That's something dealing with him. But yeah, I got nothing else for that.
Yeah, he
It's gonna be
said
good.
he said last Tuesday, you know, it was the optimal time to begin to hand control the company to a new leader. And that new leader is Bob Chapek. another Bob.
Okay, so he
so
just
this-
has a
this is
lineup of Bobs just
Bob's,
waiting.
yeah. It's like that when they go in for the for the interview,
Like,
they're
yo,
like,
what's your first name? Bob. Hired. That's it. Get
right,
ready. You're
or
gonna get the
it's
call.
it's like, okay, Robert. So you go by Bob? It's like, no, you could just call me Rob. It's like, ooh,
Ooh, nah.
hmm.
We don't know if you're gonna
Thank
be
you.
a
He's
fit.
like, oh, you didn't even interview me. Yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Bum ass.
Where afterwards, like, dude thought he was gonna get the job with a name like Rob. Fucking weenie. But yeah, you're right. This could all just be speculation. People are like, oh, like some crazy shit's about to pop off. Like, nah, he's
Yeah.
probably just like, hey, I'm fucking old. I want to retire. I'm rich. Just want to chill by the
Exactly. Like,
fucking poolside, butt ass naked with my 3 honeys.
fast forward, but the thing is that there's again, unless some concrete evidence or unless some kind of concrete information comes out,
Mm-hmm.
this could be easily just seen as somebody either like dodging a bullet or somebody going, yo, I'm done. Like, for real, this is getting crazy.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
fine. It's
I can
fine.
only imagine the kind of fucking pressure he's under, and the kind of not even pressure, but just there's just probably so much. Like, I'm working my job now, and I'm like, yo, I have so much to do. I can't imagine how this motherfucker wakes up in the morning.
Exactly.
Probably like, I had shit to do while I was sleeping, if he even slept. Like, but
I still don't think that anybody's busier than Kevin. Regardless.
especially with that man now with Star Wars too.
Bruh, that's gonna be. Listen, the news week has been slow, but
I'm
there's a lot
surprised.
to speculate.
I'm surprised they just didn't give him the Disney boss job.
Nah, he has enough on his plate trying to start
Nah,
a whole
forgot
new
his name.
universe now.
They're like Kevin. How willing
He's
are
their
you? to
star
change your
player.
name? They're like, how willing are you to change your name? He's like, what do you mean? He's like,
Well, we don't
Bob
think you would
Feige.
really work as Kevin here.
Bob Feige. How does that sound? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But now, yeah, you're right. It's it's been a real slow news week. I mean, we've covered everything because slow in terms of not a lot of stuff has dropped, but things that did drop have always been like they've been hyped up, which is like Batmobile and the Snyder cut, the Flash thing, and now Christian Bale at store. So, thank you guys for listening to this episode. We covered pretty much everything that's dropped as of recently.
Yeah.
Next podcast next week. We drop weekly now. We don't have a designated day, but you'll know it's dropping sometime in the week.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna drop, but
It's just a matter of whether it's Tuesday, whether it's Saturday, or Sunday. Make y'all wait till the very last day, or some could consider even at the beginning of the week. They're like, oh, y'all missed a week. It's like, nah, stupid. Sunday's the end of my week. But now, yeah, we got New Mutants in less than a month. And then we got Black Widow coming up. We got Wonder Woman coming up. Morbius coming up. So there's a lot of shit that's about to come out. Winter Soldier. Ooh, I can't wait to do weekly ones of that. Oh no, our next podcast is gonna be The Outsider. The Outsider.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that. Yeah,
that's next week. The season finale is this Sunday, so we will definitely touch on it. You know what I think is a good idea as well that we should start doing.
What's up?
So that way we could get everyone to listen. We'll do, for those that haven't watched it, we'll do a brief, very brief 5 to 10 minute spoiler-free review. And then we'll do our normal break, and then after the break,
we're gonna go in.
So the second y'all hear Stephen A. Smith and y'all haven't watched it, I recommend you stop listening, because the second he stops talking, I'm telling you who died. That's gonna be the breakdown. So yes, next week, Outsider review. Stay in tune for that. Stay in tune for the video game podcast dropping early 2022. Because these motherfuckers are never gonna record that shit.
Yeah, this is the This is the Green Lantern core of podcast, the Flash movie of podcast getting pushed back,
The New Mutants
changing
podcast.
dates, yeah, changing dates and shit. But listen, guys, it gives me time to play more shit. That's all.
Right. Ooh, I might play Spider-Man tonight. Probably, hopefully, beat it.
But yeah, I'm good. I got nothing else.
Right, yo. Thank y'all so much for listening. As per usual, tell your friends about it. Tell your mom about it. We're
Yes,
gonna keep dropping content until one day we can drop the best content for y'all with the best guests. We're motivated. Support us. Follow us on Instagram at Comic Gods with a Z. Follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. Chillin' with Villains. And y'all. Peace.